Hello everybody, this is Bob Ferguson. Most of you guys know me as the guy who spams your news feeds with wildlife photos all the time. And if you're watching this now, maybe you know me as a guy trying to promote self-development and trying to turn myself and other people into better people. So today I've been doing these live videos every Wednesday. I had a little bit of break when I went on vacation, but for about 5 or 6 weeks now. And today I have a change of pace. I was doing it in my bedroom. I decided to do it down in my basement because I had a whiteboard down here because I wanted to list some things that we're going to go over. And what I wanted to talk about today was your morning routine or your morning ritual. And hi, Sally. Glad to have you here. I got a bunch of people here. So what I wanted to talk about today was your morning routine. And whether you know it or not, you have a routine or a ritual in the morning. The problem with most of America is they have a routine that might sound something like this. Your alarm goes off. You hit it. Maybe you sigh. Maybe you hit snooze once, maybe you hit snooze 5 times. You drag yourself out of bed. You drag yourself into the kitchen. You have a cup of coffee. You watch the news or read the newspaper or look at news online that's full of negativity, right? This is the way most of us as Americans start our morning. It's started on a very negative note. Or if you're like me, I have my phone as my alarm, which I probably shouldn't, but that's another topic. And as soon as I pick up my phone, I'm checking my email. I am checking my Facebook notifications. So don't think I'm pointing a finger here. I am as guilty as starting the day on the wrong foot as most of America. And really what that's doing is it's setting us up to start our day in a reactionary mode instead of a proactive mode. What I'm looking to do here, and let me just stop real quick. One of the reasons I decided to do this live session on morning routines this week is because it's one of the biggest changes I was able to make in my life when I followed a morning routine or a morning ritual to a T. And I was doing really well with it, and then I went away to Costa Rica, and when I came back, I kind of did certain things in the morning, but it wasn't, I didn't follow my ritual with the passion that I needed to, or with the oomph that I wanted to follow it with. So let me just be transparent with that. I'm doing this for me as much as I'm doing it in hopes that I can inspire anybody that's willing to listen out there. So starting tomorrow, I want to get back on this full time, and I'm hoping you'll come with me. So why do we do this morning ritual? It's to put you in your best state so that you can attack the day and you can make the day what you want. You can go after the life you want instead of reacting to everything. Hey Brian, hey Sally, yes, exactly. Okay, so Sally, that's part of your ritual, that's great. By following this ritual routine, you're not gonna hope that it's a good day, you are going to make sure it is a good day. So that's what the routine or the ritual is about. And another thing before I get in the list of what we're gonna do, I learned a lesson, hi baby, I learned a lesson when I came down here to set up my phone that I'm looking at for this live video. I had it flipped around on selfie mode so that I can read people's comments and stuff. Everything here was flipped. If you look at I have my finisher marathon medal, it's all backwards, right? So when I put on the camera, it's like, shit, everything I wrote is already backwards. So I sat here and I erased everything and tried to write it backwards, and I felt like an idiot doing it. But at least I got this list here. Ignore these are questions, we'll get into them. They're still all backwards to you because I just did not have the time to sit there and erase them and figure out how to write them backwards like a mirror image. So anyway, if you're wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. All right, so we're gonna get into it. Morning ritual. This is, and I'm gonna share with you what has been promoted to me by one of my favorite mentors. I'll get into him a little bit later, and I'm gonna give some basics of what you should probably incorporate into your morning ritual. And I want you to listen to this with an open mind, because a lot of this might sound repetitive or it might sound corny, and if it does sound corny, then this is probably something you need to do, because we're going to try. I've said before, you know, happiness is not a destination, it is a choice. By incorporating this morning routine into your life, you are choosing to be happy. Okay, enough rambling about that. First step, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to start your routine immediately. You can lay in bed, you can jump out, look in the mirror. Actually, I would suggest looking in the mirror and just smile. Now, like I said, first time I heard that, I was like, what am I listening to? This is, you know, corny. I'm going to smile as part of my morning routine. How's that going to change my life, right? But really what you're doing is you're smiling. You're activating the muscles in your face. You're getting your body to release endorphins, and it's really just about the gratitude. Why are you smiling? You're not dragging yourself out of bed and saying, oh shit, I gotta go to work. You're smiling because you've woken up another day. You have another day in your life to create the life that you want, and to you know, just do the things you want. I'm sure we all have responsibility, but you know, this is your chance to build the life you want. So smile, be grateful for it. Be grateful that the sun has risen and you can see it again. And really take that one, you could do it for 30 seconds. Just when you incorporate smiling into your routine first thing in the morning, it's creating that gratitude. It's gratitude in practice. And I think gratitude is part of being happy. It's probably the number one thing in being happy. You know, quick story, I've been traveling to Central America a few times this last year, and you see these people, they are so impoverished, but they're happy. You know, they don't know what they're missing out on, and they're grateful for what they have. And it's really just a testament to how entitled and how well we have it here, yet we're all confused, I guess, and we're all not expressing the gratitude that we should. Okay, moving on. Number 2, stretch. You've been laying down all night, get up, do some stretching. If you don't know how to stretch, look it up on YouTube, look up a 5-minute stretching routine. And anybody knows how to stretch, but if you want to do it with more of a system, YouTube is your friend. Look it up, figure out some stretching, wake that body up. Okay, 3, breathe. Sounds simple, sounds like I'm just trying to fill up my list, but it's not. What you're going to do is breathe with a purpose, okay? We can go days without food, or we can go weeks without food, we can go days without water, you can only go a few minutes at most without oxygen. So what I want you to do is breathe with a purpose. You want to take long, deep, diaphragmatic breaths, and just do that over and over again, maybe like 20 breaths. That's going to energize your lymphatic system. You're going to start flushing toxins. It's going to give the cells the oxygen it needs. And like I said, you're doing it with a purpose. This is all part of waking your body up for the day. Number 4, like I said, water. You can only go a few days without it. You have been sleeping for hopefully a healthy amount of time, 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever you need, and your body wakes up starving for water. You're going to get up, you're going to go to the bathroom, you're going to be dehydrated. I challenge you to not reach for that cup of coffee. I'm not telling you you need to quit coffee. That's not what I'm trying to do here. That's a whole other topic. But before you get to that coffee even, drink a full glass of water. You know, I'm not saying you want to chug it, because if you're not used to that, then it's going to be uncomfortable in your stomach. But take a full glass of water or 2, 8 to 16 ounces, whatever you think you can do, and drink it. Refuel your body, replenish your cells with that water that it needs. We are 70% water, and your body is starving for it. That's going to help you wake up. That's going to get your body ready for the day. Julie says that she downs 25 ounces of water within 5 minutes. I can vouch for that because whenever we wake up and go somewhere, she has to stop and pee like 3 times in an hour. But it's healthy. So that's number 4 in the list of your morning ritual. This is what I do. This is what I was doing. Like I admitted earlier, I've fallen off the wagon. All these 4 things that I've listed so far, I've been pretty good with. Number 5, physical activity. This is going to be very personal to you. Hopefully you're following some kind of workout routine. If not, that's okay. If you're working out in the morning, great. If I work out, I've been working out after work. So that doesn't mean I want to put this off till later. I still want to get up and I still want to activate my body. So it could mean anything for you. It could mean doing a few dozen push-ups. It could be doing a few dozen jumping jacks. It could be taking your dog for a walk. It could be your workout routine. It could be, you know, like I said, YouTube can be your friend. You can look up a 10-minute, I was doing this for a little while. I was looking up 10-minute yoga routines on YouTube because yoga has been great to me. I think yoga can be great for everybody. It's been really good to me because I had my hip replaced and I lost a lot of flexibility, and it really has helped me regain some of that back. So I would say, sorry, I'm getting distracted by something upstairs. I would say to work something physical into your morning routine. And at this point, you know, you might be saying to yourself, well, I don't have time for this. I'm so busy, blah, blah, blah. You know what? If you want to create the life that you want, you are going to need to sacrifice in certain areas and you're going to need to prioritize. So starting tomorrow for me, I am going to start waking up an hour earlier. If that means I have to go to bed an hour earlier, so be it. I won't sit in front of the TV and waste time. Get up an hour earlier and start your day right and plan your life out the way you want it. So that's number 5. Incorporate some sort of physical activity into your life. One of the things a lot of these big rock star type self-help guys do is they rebound, and it's something I really want to get. And basically it's just a little mini trampoline, and they sit there and they just bounce for whatever, 10 minutes. And that's supposed to energize the lymphatic system. And what they will do is actually, what my number 6 is affirmations. They will sit there with their cue cards and read affirmations to themselves while they're sitting there bouncing, activating everything in their body. And basically what an affirmation is it's just, you know, a one-liner saying that you are saying out loud to yourself, no matter how dumb you feel, if it's new to you, because it does take you out of your comfort zone a little bit. And it could be anything, and it really depends on your goals. If you're going for financial wealth, it could be something along the lines of, I love money and money loves me. I am attracted to money. Money is not the root of all evil. Money makes me live my life at a higher level of authenticity. It could be anything like that. If it's working out and trying to get in shape, it could be something along the lines of, you know, that, I mean, you can search this online and just come up with millions of affirmations and put them into your morning ritual, whatever fits for you. But it could be like, being fit is better than I don't know, something might taste for 2 minutes. That's a really poor example, but it could be anything. And what you want to do is you want to write these affirmations down that mean something to you on some cue cards. And like I said, these guys, they rebound and they read them to themselves. If you aren't doing that, maybe you could have them on your phone while you're walking your dog, whatever. You could multitask or you could not multitask. Me personally, you may have seen, I've been trying to put up a like self-help type motivational, inspirational meme every morning that I've been making myself, and I've recently tried to start using my own pictures, and I have a whole collection of them now. I'm up into the 30s now because I've been trying to do one every day, 5 days a week, and I just read them back to myself because they all mean something to me. And when I put them up online and share them with people on social media, it's because I want to reaffirm it to myself. And I'm hoping that people participate and talk to me about it because, you know, yes, I want to inspire people, but I'm not a guru. This is for me as well. This is so that I can be a better person and I can be accountable and I can live it. You know what I mean? So that's my part of my affirmations. That's number 6. Number 7, questions. This is something that when I first got into morning ritual or morning routine, I kind of like, I had a hang up about it. It felt corny to me. It felt like I shouldn't be patting myself on the back so much. But really, if you want to make a difference and you want to create happiness now and you want to have that choice to be happy now instead of always reaching for something and always, you know, saying, oh, well, yeah, I'll be happy when I have $1 million or I'll be happy when I lose 50 pounds. You need to be happy now. This is why you need these questions. And if you're just joining me, I apologize. The questions are a mirror image here because my camera is flipped. I had time to write this stuff all backwards so you could read it, but not this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through this with you, maybe how I would do it. And you're just going to have to bear with me because it's kind of putting myself out there and it doesn't feel right if you're not used to it. And that's the problem. It needs to feel right. So I'll show you some examples. So here's a list of questions that you should ask yourself as part of your morning routine. What am I happy about? This could be anything. I'm happy that I just fully committed to a 100% plant-based diet. I'm happy that I just got engaged and she said yes. I'm happy that we just had a blast of a family trip down in Costa Rica. And you could just list things that you're happy about. What you're doing is you're ingraining it in yourself and you're having gratitude and you're making it part of your life instead of never paying attention to this stuff. When we're just, you know, it's just negativity all day. It's people talking trash. It's the news. It's the president. It's whatever. You know, it's constant negativity. You need to really figure out a way to block it out. And by blocking it out, I think you need to concentrate on positivity. Another one. What am I excited about? I'm excited about my 100% plant-based diet because I know it's going to give me health benefits and I know I'm going to continue to lose weight and build lean muscle and I know I'm not contributing to the cruelty of animals anymore. And this is only day 4, but hey, I'm allowed to be happy about it, right? Maybe you're sitting there thinking, oh, listen to this guy, he's judging us or he thinks he's all big and bad because, you know, he's a vegan now. That's not what this is about. And that's really some of the concerns I have doing this, but it's okay to be proud of yourself and talk about this stuff out loud with yourself in the morning, no matter how weird it may seem. If it seems weird to you, if you don't want your significant other to hear it, do it in your car on the way to work, do it when you're alone. But I would suggest doing it out loud because you're going to ingrain it into your system and it might seem unconventional and different, but you know what? Most of America, 95% of America doesn't do this. And I would bet that 95% of America is not nearly as happy as they'd like to be. Even if they're saying they are, they could be happier. So here's some of the other questions you might want to ask yourself. What am I proud of? What am I grateful for? That was kind of covered in the smiling, but I mean, you can go through it again. You know, I'm grateful that all of my children are healthy, and I'm grateful. Hold on. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Getting back to the vegan thing, this isn't about veganism or plant-based real quick, but I was amazed at how good some of the vegan food could taste. So that's making this transition easier for me. But that's not what this is about. You can eat what you want. That's my journey. What am I passionate about? Well, that's obvious if you know me on social media. I'm passionate about animals. I'm passionate about wildlife and conservation. And my approach is conservation through education. I really, truly believe, there was a Jacques Cousteau quote that people will protect what they care about. You know, the more I can open people's eyes to snakes in particular, because let's be honest, they're the most malign creatures out there probably. The more I can change perceptions and myths about that, you know, maybe it opens people's eyes and they will care about them more, and when they need protection they will, or at the minimum, if they see a snake in their yard, they won't go grabbing the shovel. So that's what I'm passionate about. What am I enjoying most in my life? I'm enjoying this new workout routine. These are all examples of my own that I'm just trying to inspire you when you ask yourself these questions, you know, what you can come up with. I am enjoying eating well and how energized I feel, and how I don't have that lull anymore where I just have that mid-afternoon drag. I'm enjoying that. What am I committed to? I'm committed to Julie. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to doing this live video every Wednesday night, despite how many people participate or join in. Because if I can help one person, then I feel good about it. Probably the most important thing to do. Who do I love? Who loves me? What I was doing with this for a while was I was spending a good, 60 to 90 seconds. Doesn't sound like much, but it is. When you stop to really pay attention, it's a big deal to do this every day. I was just kind of doing like a round robin with my family. Like one day I would think about Wes and why I love him, and how he loves me. That's my oldest son. And then I do Nate, and then Lily, and then my stepchildren, Julie, and my parents, and whoever. It could be somebody different every day. And it really makes you stop and appreciate things. And when you are appreciative, you are happy. I have lots of big goals in my life. I, want to be in absolute tip-top shape. I want to be a multi-millionaire so that I don't ever have to worry about money anymore. Am I still here? I just had a call. Sorry. And I can give back to the world the way I want to. So, it's not like I won't be happy until then. I want to be happy now. I can have future goals that I can go after, because I think that progress keeps us feeling alive, but I can choose to be happy now. Sorry, that phone call threw me off a little bit. Okay, so those are your questions. And like I said, they're backwards here. What I'm going to do is I'll probably make a blog post about this, and I'll list these questions, and I'll link this so everybody can see it. Number 8. This is a big one. I love this. I read 10 pages a morning. Of course, if I have time in the rest of the day, I will read more. I kind of blasted through this book I've been reading lately, but 10 pages minimum a day. 10 pages a day is 300 pages a month. That's one book a month, 12 books a year. And I would not make it a fiction book. Sorry, I'm like pointing at you with my notepad. I would not make it a fiction book. I would make it something that betters you. I read, personal development. Thank you. I read personal development books, and they can be personal to you. Like right now, I'm reading about plant-based fitness and diet, because that is one of my values in life. I read a lot of self-help. I read like Tony Robbins books or Grant Cardone, all these people that have really inspired millions of people, because I want to be like them. I want to have the net worth they have. I want to have the feeling that I can get from creating value for people out there. And these books, you want them to make you a better person. Sure, you can read fiction. Read that at night so you can relax and go to bed. In the morning, read 10 pages minimum of some sort of personal development, and I would suggest you get on that right away. Number 9, and I skipped a lot of my own personal things, like I do my 100-day challenge. I listen to that. I read my own personal mission. you know, you can craft this however you want to work for you. Like I used the walking your dog as an example. If you have a dog you like to walk, sure, that can be part of your morning routine. It's good for you, it's good for your dog, it's good for waking up your body. Yes, I can. I'll put my favorite books. I'll put like my favorite personal development books. Like I'll make a list. Sure, that's a good idea. Thanks, Kelsey. So yeah, so you can personalize your morning ritual to yourself, and I'll provide a link after this to a program that I followed that kind of helped me build my own routine or ritual. And you don't need it. Like I said, this guy, he is my favorite mentor, and he's helped me make the biggest changes in my life. So I would like to at least give you the opportunity to follow the same program I did, but you don't need it. You can watch my video here and get my ideas and just start your own tomorrow. The last thing I want to talk about is goals. After all that is said and done, I'm set up for my day and I'm ready to be proactive in building my life and making life happen for me, not to me. At that point, I start writing my goals. I have this thing I call the wealth trinity, and basically it's the three most important things in my life. It's my fitness and health. I combine them into one. It is my pursuit of financial freedom, and then I want both of these to be on the upper level of possibility so that I can go after my mission in life to the best of my ability. Okay, so every day I write my goals down and I keep those three things in mind because I want results. I don't want to sit there and write, I'm going to pay bills today, I'm going to clean out my desk drawer, I'm going to take out the trash. Those aren't goals, those are tasks. So with those three things in mind, I write goals out that are result driven towards my wealth trinity. So for example, today, my health and fitness, I wrote down, I want to continue with a plant-based diet 100%, and I want to get to the gym and do, this workout I did. I won't get into the specifics, but those are my two things. Continue with my plant-based diet, gym. For financial freedom, I had a big one today, so I only put one main one. I'm taking this course online for some internet marketing, and I wanted to finish this one lesson that I've been meaning to look at. Let me clear this notification. I'm basically going back through this course for like a third time because I believe that repetition is great for mastery. So that was my thing for my pursuit of financial freedom. And then for my mission, I kind of have two missions in life. One of them is conservation, and one of them is to inspire people like you to be better people. And in turn, make me a better person, make me feel valuable. So I put out that motivational meme this morning with my jumping red-eyed tree frog or red-eyed leaf frog. I make one of them every morning. And then I prepared for this live video. So those were my goals. Those were my goals. They were all result driven for my values in life. That is my 9-step morning ritual that I'm going to commit to every morning for the next 30 days. Hopefully you can incorporate this in yours too, and I challenge you to join me. I'm not going to ask you to be accountable. If you want to participate and you want to say you're in, great. If you even want to write up your own ritual and share it, I'd love to see it because I'm always looking for ideas myself. But if you want to fly under the radar, that's fine too. But I challenge you, come up with a morning ritual. Do whatever you have to do to get up a little bit earlier, and you can start small. You could start with just a few things and build your way up, It can take 15 minutes, it can take a half hour, it can take an hour. This is all very personalized and what's important to you. And do it for the next 30 days. Commit. I'm committing. I'm going to do it for the next 30 days. And I'm telling you guys, because I've done this consistently before, it's going to change your freaking life. You will be a happier person. Well before that 30 days over, you will be a more productive person, and that's what I'm about. I want people to be happy and productive and go after their values and what's most important to them. Like I said, there's many more you could add to this morning routine, and I'll put a link up for the program that I took. I can spell it out for you now. It's thewealthtrinity.com/morning ritual mastery. That should take you to the program that I did. And like I said, I'll put that up in the blog post, and I'll link it down in the comments when I sign off here. If you want to check it out, it's like a cheap course. You don't have to. You can just follow my advice here. I know I'm not the most eloquent, but hopefully you can dig through my stuttering and my nervousness and get to the heart of my message and put it to work for you. That said, another thing I want to ask you to do if you are interested in this self-development, I started, awesome Sandy, I knew you'd be into this. I started a personal development group, and right now it's kind of like, there's about 30 people in it, which is great, and we're just kind of a little all over the place, and I'm going to clean it up and tighten it up, but we really already have some great conversation going. And if you want to join, I want you to be there. I don't want to add people. Number one, that annoys me when I just get added to a million groups. I will invite you if you've shown a little interest in the past, and if you don't want to join, that's fine, because if you're like me, you're already part of 100 Facebook groups and it's overwhelming. But that said, if you think you can get something out of a group with some like-minded individuals, and what I call it is like a safe place, free of judgment, where you can discuss as much or as little as you want about your goals in life, and you don't have to worry about people putting you down or talking smack about you or whatever. That's what I want this place to be, a place where we can all lean on each other and all lift each other up and root for each other, and it's a place of accountability. I put a few posts up about that group, and I'll link that down in the description too if you want to check it out. And like I said, if you just want to check it out and you don't like what's going on there, drop out. My feelings aren't going to be hurt. I only want people in the group that feel they can benefit from it. And I like participation. You don't ever have to participate if you don't want. But if you can get something out of it, please join. I'll link it in there. And that's it. Anybody have any questions about this morning routine? I'll hang on for a minute or two. Like I said, commit with me. Do it for the next 30 days. What's today, the 23rd? Do it every day till the beginning of fall. What is that, September 21st, 22nd? That's about a month. See how your life changes. Your life will change. You will be happier. You can add other things to this. You can take out what you want. Yes. Julie says it makes other people feel bad about themselves when you begin to change for the better, so the support of the group is great. Absolutely right. You get a lot of that. One of the things, here's my marathon medal. I'm proud of it. When I was running a marathon, I got so much negativity from people, and I think it's just because people looked at themselves and maybe they were unhappy with their health or their fitness, and I just, me putting so much effort into running the marathon made them look at themselves and feel bad about themselves, so they have to tear me down. And I'm sure you can relate in many different ways in your life. So that's what this group is about. We're all on the same page, and we're not going to tear each other down. We're only going to lift each other up. What time do I wake up? Okay, well, I have to be at work by 8. I admitted earlier, I've fallen off the wagon with doing this morning ritual with as much passion as I've wanted to do. So I'm going to start waking up at 5:30. I definitely don't need that much time to do it. I could probably wake up at like 6:30, jump right on it, and be in work with plenty of time. I would just, come up with your morning ritual, Kelsey, and just figure it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Start with 2 or 3. I mean, the smile, stretching, breathing, drinking a glass of water. What can that take? 5 minutes. So there you got a whole bunch of it. Physical activity, that might take you 10 to 15 minutes unless you are working out like a full workout in the morning. That's a different story. But, minimum, I think you should do 10 minutes of activity. Whatever that may be, that's up to you. Just something that wakes your body up. So right there, if you go to number 5, what's that going to take you? 15 minutes? Just wake up 15 minutes earlier and start there. The rest of this is probably more important than the first 5. I don't want to say more important, but you'll probably get more out of it emotionally and psychologically speaking. But you can add one thing at a time. Maybe you do these first 5 tomorrow, and then tomorrow night you decide, hey, I'm going to Google affirmations and I'm going to find some things that, I can relate to and I can start saying to myself on my ride into work or whatever. Then the next day you can start employing these, or putting these questions into your ritual. Just build it up. Doesn't have to be 100% tomorrow or whatever, and just figure it out. I would eventually, when I don't have to be anywhere and I can be my own boss, I would love to have a full hour. I think Tony Robbins calls it his hour of power, where it's just his morning ritual that just gets him pumped for the day. And I mean, he's an example. He's worth $500 million, and like I said earlier, he's helped millions of people. That's, that's kind of the direction I want to go in. So, yeah, that's it. Just do whatever it takes to wake up a little bit earlier. You want to do this first thing in the morning. You do not want to procrastinate on this and say, oh, I don't need a morning ritual. I'm going to have a nighttime ritual, which you certainly can have. But the morning ritual is where it's at. You want to set yourself up for the best day possible. Yeah, hour of power. So that's it. That's what I got for you guys. I'll write a blog up tomorrow. Maybe I'll get up super early and write that before work. And hopefully have a link up tomorrow if anybody wants to read this. I know, if you listen to me this long, I commend you. I mean, that means you are committed to changing something, and you're going after the happiness that you deserve. So I really appreciate you tuning in, and if you're watching this afterwards, I really appreciate, anybody that's willing to listen to me, because, like I said, this is for me as much as it is, as I hope it is for you. And hopefully we can all get to where we want to be and make a difference in this world and have a positive blueprint on this world, or a positive footprint on this world by the time we're gone. So everybody, have a great night. I look forward to something else next Wednesday. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. It might be a review of this. Who knows? We'll see where it goes. Join my group if you're interested. I'll link a program if you want more information than just me babbling about it. And I'll talk to you guys on social media. Have a good night.